Welcome everyone. I'm Aditya and I'm thrilled to have you all here for this exciting webinar on navigating multilingual cinema. Today I'm joined by my amazing group members Avni Satyajit, Sahil Pandey and Jessia Verghese as we explore the intricacies and creative challenges of working in multiple languages in the film industry. But what makes this session truly special is our esteemed guest, Dr. Kingmoohan. With over 122 films in 5 different languages under his belt, Dr. Kingmoohan is a living testament to the power of versatility in cinema. He's worked with some of the biggest names across the Indian film industry, and we're honored to have him share his invaluable insights with us today. So sit back and get ready for an enlightening discussion.
Great.
Um, so let's get to know about your early life in education, sir. So how did your background in marketing and advertising influence your decision to pursue career in acting? Also, can you share with us how your MBA and PhD degrees have helped you in your acting? Also, I got to know that you have been a part of the most prestigious student organization, NCC, and how has that molded your persona as an actor, sir?
Okay. Very good. Interesting question. Every actor actually has a journey of his own. It can't be the same life what Shah Rukh Khan experienced or Amitabh Bachchan experienced. You have to experience. In fact, you actually craft your own life, your own journey to become something in life. Each and every one's life is different. Each and every one's challenge is different. Each and everyone's dream is different. When I started my schooling, I was wondering what I should become. Have you noticed if you ask the UKG kids or first standard kids, what do you want to become in life? One day they will say, I want to be a scientist. Second day they'll say, no, 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 I want to be a teacher. Third day they might even say, I want to be mama. So it's quite amazing that every day what you aspire for changes. When I was dealing with my early schooling days, say first standard, second standard, or third standard, our teachers groomed us to such an environment wherein we start learning public speaking first. To learn public speaking, they enrolled us into recitation competition, debate competition. They used to give me lengthy pages, like you need to read out or you need to by heart it and deliver it in front of the crowd. That was my first exposure to public speaking. If you want to be an actor, actually public speaking is very, very much important. As you graduate to middle school or high school, they will introduce you to dramatics and other competition, wherein it becomes very important for you to learn emotions and exhibit emotions freely without any fear. So I used to participate in all the school competition in terms of plays and dramatics and all, and graduated myself to Christ College. Do you guys know that I'm also part of Christ College? Yes. That is where really, my dream shaped up. Christ College actually is a vibrant college. It gives you opportunity to explore yourself into several dimensions. There, I was introduced to NCC, and in fact, I was in the NCC regular parade when the selection was going on for inter-college drama competition. I always had this flair. I want to do this. You can't believe, when I was in fifth standard, I was watching Doordarshan, and there was an interview going on among the audience for a question and answer session for the weekly program. And the guy was explaining so many things about the what all went through and what all programs were broadcasted and what is the reason behind it and what is the message behind it. So many things he was saying. I started admiring. One day I want to be there. I want to be seen there. That dream kicked off there. You can't believe, like I somehow managed to get his landline number. And I swiftly called him up and I said, I want to speak to this guy. And see, I mean, I want to be seen on TV now. What do I need to do? The moment he heard my voice, he was feeling that I'm a small boy. So he said, Putta, which class are you in? I promptly said, I'm in fifth standard. Oh, You're in fifth standard. You have a long way to go. And he said, like once you become around 20 years or whatever it is, I will take you on television. Right now, this is not the age. You have to concentrate on study. And he just kept quiet. But I didn't stop there. Being an actor is not an easy task. It's a hard work. It's a passionate work. So finally, when we went to the final competition, we got the first prize, and I got the best actor award. And when we came to college, there was a big celebration. We met Kariel, and we showed the trophy, certificate, everything to him. He congratulated everybody and ordered for some snacks and all the things. That was a big moment for us. It's like we have won the World Cup, or as such kind of an event it is. And that too, if it happens in inter-college competition at the state level, it's a biggest achievement. So the bug entered in me to do something big. But unfortunately, the situation was something different. The moment I was out of the college, I was supposed to get into a job, earn for my living. That was my case. So that's why I'm telling you, each and everybody's life is different, challenges are different. So I got into my corporate life, but the dream of becoming an actor was still there in me. I used to bunk offices for a couple of days, suddenly take sick leave, go for the shooting, do my shooting, come back. And if it is outstation shooting, since you have entered at a junior level, it is very difficult. People don't entertain you to opt for multiple careers when you're at a junior level. But still, I was very adamant. I was forced sometime to change the job also, which suits my requirement. To that extent, I crafted myself. I got into an organization where they started respecting me for having multiple talents. And slowly I felt if I want to grow the corporate ladder, I need to have higher qualifications and then take up steps, become the boss of the unit. Then I'll have the freedom to do what I want to do. That's where the dream of doing an MBA kicked in. So I did my MBA in marketing and advertising. And once I did that MBA, I had to jump to another job and wait for better prospects. Then I felt even an MBA is not enough to become the boss of a unit. So I started enrolling myself for PhD in marketing and advertising. But parallelly, I didn't give up acting. I started doing advertisements. Then I started doing entering into Tamil film industry first. Then I entered into Kannada, Telugu, Malayalam, Hindi, Tulu, Punjabi. So it went on like that. So slowly during the weekends, I used to go meet all the directors and meet few producers, present myself. I was the first guy probably in the industry to have a visiting card to give it out to a director and a producer. I met this crazy star Ravichandran one day, and I had made my visiting card with all my photos, everything in it. And I went and when I went and met him, because of my MBA or because of my PhD in process or because of my corporate life, my visiting card looked very different. It had a different shape. It had a different presentation. And then when I gave it to him, he was surprised. I will translate it to you in English. This guy, Ravichandran, who told all his colleagues, what this crazy guy is. I have done more than 100 films in this industry and I have produced films also. I don't have a visiting card. And this guy walks up to me and gives me a visiting card saying that this is me. See the heights of it. What kind of guys are coming into industry now? So that was the biggest compliment from a famous director. So that really inspired me to do something very creatively. Now today I have a better idea. I do a reel, post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other medium, record it in my mobile and keep it in my list of things which I can show off whenever somebody asks. Because most of the time, like either your friends or your neighbors or anybody else, they hardly see many movies. They wait for movies to come on TV and then they try to see. Exactly, the movie comes on TV is after 5 years of release. By the time you would have completed so many things. When I say I'm an actor, if I introduce myself, I look different in different movies. It cannot be the same. You can't be in the same shape. You can't be in the same outlook. You can't be in the same makeup always. So that's how it is. They will ask me, which movies have you done? Most of them, they are bluntly ask this question. But if I take it as an insult, I go mad. The fact is that you can't take it as an insult because people don't see all the movies, whichever it is. There are hundreds of movies which get released every week in different languages. So, how many will watch every movie? So, when I finally say in this movie I have done this role, all these things, and then I show a screenshot of it or I show a clip of it, then they try to understand, oh, this guy has done something. So that is how. So getting acceptance as an actor is not an easy task.
So, sir, as we know, you have acted in over 122 films in 5 languages. So, what inspired you to take on such a diverse range of roles in different languages?
See, it is actually how you want to craft your career is what is more important. Initially, you feel that you do acting in a particular language, you feel great about it. I'll tell you, small milestones are there in the stages of an actor. Once you, if your face is visible on a big screen, that's the biggest achievement for you. Okay. Second aspiration will come. I need to say a dialogue, and that has to be really impressed. And many should try to follow that, or many should try to feel it great. So that becomes your next stage. Third stage is, yeah, I need to do a particular scene which will be remembered forever. Somebody should look at me and remember me for that dialogue. That becomes a third stage. Fourth stage is, I need to be part of a trailer of a movie so that I can share the trailer of a movie to everybody. That becomes your challenging task. Next stage is, I need to be on the poster of a movie. So when you have different stages of aspirations, you try to expand to different languages. And for that, you need to learn the language very well. Of course, if you don't know 100% perfect, also, there are dubbing artists who will do it for you and who will make it happen for you. But you need to search which is the biggest industry in India. You try to search. You feel Bollywood is big, or you feel Tollywood is big, or you feel the Tamil film industry will take you heights, or Kannada industry can do something better for you. These questions come up. That is when you realize that you need to be part of multiple industries. That is how I approached Tamil film industry. They gave me offers. I did first movie called Uirathuru 420. In that movie, they gave a big Tamil dialogue. I can speak Tamil, but I cannot read Tamil. Speaking Tamil is easy. I can catch it up. But reading the script is more difficult. I understood what that person is trying to say. And it's like Rajinikanth. If you see Rajinikanth's Tamil, it is not the original Tamil. It's the Bangalore Tamil. You try to take it in your style and execute the dialogue. And being familiar with English, generally, like I was actually the boss of the particular company in that film, and then I had to deliver a lengthy dialogue to the hero, who was actually not good in terms of that role. When I gave that big dialogue, I got recognized in that Tamil film, and then like people from other industries started looking at me, saying that, hey, this guy has a spark. Okay, let us try him out, let us try him out. So that is how one by one offers started coming in.
You have been part of a lot of movies in diverse languages like Kannada, Tamil, Telugu, Hindi. So, how would you explain the evolution of specifically Kannada and Tamil film industries in recent years?
Okay, see, what happens is, um, movie making is generally depends on the producer and his budget and his free time. If he is engaged with big budget, and if he has time to do a big movie, he will venture into it. And generally, it takes more than 1 year to 2 year to complete a movie cycle. And in that case, what happened was, uh, Kannada film industry had a few good producers who started doing it, but their budgets were small. When the budgets are small, the reach is small. Movie. Initially, during the early stages, Kannada movie was popular only in Karnataka. No Kannada movies was played in any different states. So how do you become a big person? How do you get recognized from other movie industries? Everybody has an ambition to at least play a small role with Amitabh Bachchan or Kamala Hassan or anybody else. So you need to approach them also. Um, as you're dreaming about doing something big, you take the offers what you get in Kannada industry. Yes, I kept on doing it, but how do I approach the Tamil film industry? I had one guy from a managerial team in a film unit in Tamil industry. I spoke to him and I said, I want to meet this director. I want to meet that director and all these things. He said, come down to Chennai. I'll introduce you. I know his house. I don't know, but you have to manage to get an entry and talk to him. That's what he said. I caught hold of my friend here in Bangalore who can just accompany me. And we just drew down to Chennai without any fear, without any worry. Straight away, we drew down to Chennai. And he's a national award winning director, actually. So we just walked into his office, and the security guy, stopped us and he said, "What is this?" and all that. I said, "This director has called us to meet us, and this is my card. Take it and show it to him." Unfortunately, the director was not available there. The guy took the card and allowed us inside. We were sitting in the reception. And as I was sitting in the reception, I was just going through the profile of the director on the net, saying that which movies he has done, which movies he's got an award, what is his specialty, what is his mannerism, everything I studied. I mean, how arrogant he is or how peaceful he is, everything I studied. Then the moment he walked in, I got up, shook hands with him. I said, I'm so and so from Bangalore, and my name is Dr. Kingmoohan, and I would like to be part of the next movie which you are doing. So, this is my profile. I wanted to give it to you and have a quick chat with you. That's it. He looked at me from top to bottom and I said, who's this guy? Looks crazy. Yeah? Come on. He just walked into my office, introduced himself, and he said what he wants. That's it. I didn't even, like wait for that guy to assess me or anything as such. I said, okay, fine, this is what it is. Online, I have shared all these things to you. Offline, I'm giving you all these documents which you can go through it. He said, okay, fine, please sit down. I'll get into my room. I'll call you back in 5-10 minutes. They offered me coffee. As I'm sipping through coffee, he has gone through all my profile online and what I've handed over to him, everything. He just called me in again. He said, is acting in movies is your passion? He expected an answer, yes. But I said, no, acting is not my passion. Then what? Why have you come all this while? I said, it's my parallel profession. Whenever you say it's a passion, people don't pay money for it. When you say it is parallel profession, people recognize you the value and then they start paying money for it. And he said, okay, if I call you for a shoot in a week's time, will you be ready? I said, yes. He arranged my flight tickets within a week's time, went there, shot for the movie. There, I developed the network for the Telugu film industry and the Malayalam film industry who worked as assistants or associates or whatever it is. So, you need to be very humble. When you enter the industry, you need to be very humble. Catch hold of people who can get you the connects.
Sir, as we know, your film, one of the films in which you were a lead actor in, called Eli, was nominated for the national awards. So, what's your reaction like towards it, and how was it getting to know about it first?
Yeah, when it's like everyone's dream, like to be nominated for a national award. As an actor, when you begin your career, one day you want to win that award, and that's something biggest dream for any actor. You can win other awards, Filmfare awards, that awards, but one stamp that you win a national award. It's like you have achieved something in the efforts what you have put in. That is the aspect which will inspire you. Eli was a small budget movie released in 6 languages. I had to shoot in Nagarkoil forest for this movie. I had fever of 103 degree too close to 104 degree while I was shooting for that movie. Probably here and there is no medical support. I would have croaked. That's it. That's the end of it. It was that serious. But my commitment and my josh for acting in movies was that big that it didn't affect me. People called up a doctor and he gave some medicine and one injection at the location, and I recovered in half an hour's time to go and perform. I had to perform my death scene actually. I mean, you are there on a plank where people making arrangements to burn you off and all this. That is a scene, very emotional scene. It's a song. I acted with that much of a difficulty during the shooting of that movie. And the movie had a very good concept of educating a girl from a very poor family in a village, and she lives up to the dream of her father and becoming an IAS officer, and Jayalalitha coming in congratulating her and taking care of her future studies. So the whole concept of the movie was educating the girl child from the poorest sector of the society. So the theme was good, and with all our performances initially when the theater, when it was released in theater and all, because of the financial constraints, we could get only few theaters. I had a friend of mine in the NSD and other places. I sent a trailer of this movie to them, and they were part of the Film Federation and other things and all. I happened to meet them through my corporate life, and they said, "Why don't you send your movie for this one?" I said, "I'm only an actor in this movie. I'll tell my producer to send it out to you, and you take it forward." The moment the producers sent that movie for the award, national award selections, it was, like hundreds of movies were there. Like for our movie to get recognized, it was not an easy task, and our producers didn't have deep pockets to bribe them or pay them or do anything as such. It was a natural process. We got into top 8 among the this one, and then slowly we climbed up the ladder, and finally when the announcement happened, of course, we got a critics award for the movie, but we got nominated for another film awards, or Koilon Film Festival from Kerala, because the movie was shot in Tamil and Malayalam also. Koilon Film Festival, they accepted it, and they also played our movie, and they gave me an award as a best actor through critics division. So that's how, like, it's a very joyous moment, but it's a lot of hard work and a lot of challenge. You don't know what's happening tomorrow. That was a thing, and suddenly you hold the award in the hand. That's where, like, you become speechless.
So, you have been part of films, television, advertisements. So, you have had a dynamic career. So, each domain, be it films, television, or advertisements, they have their own time commitments and creative demands. So, how do you strike a balance between these different type of formats?
Yeah, see, generally, um, films of smaller banners have demand a smaller commitment. Say a number of X number of days is required, and they plan the entire schedule accordingly. So you can plan your other career, everything very easily. But if you happen to choose a television, then it's a month long commitment or a year long commitment sometimes. Sometimes, they shoot 2 to 3 episodes in a single day. So it's so much of demanding. That is why television, I have not ventured into much as of now, because it doesn't help me in my corporate career, which I'm doing parallelly. Films is something, like if they say in this month, these 4 days I require you for shooting, I can plan my work. I carry my laptop to the location also. When my shot is not there, I work on my laptop, reply all the emails, follow up, do follow up calls, get my job done. So there is nothing pending in it. That's why my office people also don't complain me, saying that, you guys, you go for shooting and my office work is pending. They cannot say that, because I carry my laptop, I carry my net, whatever internet is required for it, and log into my caravan, and then get my job done when my shot is not there. The moment, see, the switching off switching on is more important here. The moment the makeup is on, you're in front of the camera, you have to switch off everything. Your personal life, your official life, everything is switched off. You are only concentrating on what you're doing there at that spot. The moment the shot is over, again you're back to your corporate life, your personal life, everything. For an actor, this is the most important thing. Switching off, switching on. That is where you deliver the best. So this is how I planned myself. And then for ads, it is through my movies I get my ads. These corporates, when they select you for an ad, they ask, how good are you, how reputed are you, how many likes you have on Facebook, how many likes you have on Instagram. All those things they check. That is why they want a popular face. So they're prepared to pay more money for a single day shoot for an ad because they want to select a popular face, or they want to select a person who can deliver in one shot or in a very short time period, what maximum emotions you can show, all these things, all these categories. And once you're popular, getting into ads become easier. Televisions, you get offer, but you have to be committed for a longer duration. Films, you need to be choosy when you're doing films. You just cannot be applying for each and every movie and show your face and just get out of it. No, it doesn't grow up the ladder. You have to choose the role. After a certain stage, you have to choose a role which you're doing, which can enhance your reputation. Each film should multiply films to you. That is where you become a successful actor. Becoming an actor is easy. Becoming a successful actor requires a lot of planning.
Lovely answer, sir. So if you could briefly touch upon like how do you think the rise of streaming platforms or OTT has changed the way content is consumed and created?
Fantastic. This is a very good question. In fact, if you're dreaming to become an actor, nowadays it is not just the television and the films. It's the OTT platform which gives you a bigger perspective. Because what happens is when the OTT films or the series are released, everybody in the house get to watch it. If it is films, only if you're crazy about films, you go and watch, and you need time to watch to go to a film. For a family, like recently, Karan Johar came up with a statement saying that person should have at least 10,000 rupees if he wants to go and watch a movie in a multiplex. There was a lot of repercussions from the film fraternity, also from the general crowd also. Generally it is accepted because you buy a popcorn, it is more than 250 rupees to 500 rupees, yeah, and you go with a family of two kids or whatever it is, you are finished, like traveling cost, movie ticket cost, and your popcorn cost, etc. 10,000 rupees should be there. But OTT has given that platform wherein you can watch it at your free time. Whenever you want, you pause it. Whenever you don't want, you continue to watch it. So, actors, generally, what happens is everybody runs behind a winning horse. So, if you're successful in one movie, the next movie also, the producers and the directors are chasing for you. So they don't look at the second horse or the third horse to accommodate in that movie. They want the first horse only. So they're prepared to wait and give them that opportunity. Though what will the second horse and the third horse do? OTT became a boom. For example, Manoj Bajpayee, he was not getting offers in every movie which was getting released in Bollywood. And he was not prepared to do a smaller role or a secondary role in a popular movie. He had reached that stage. He wanted a bigger platform. So what happened? OTT became a boom. OTT, he was introduced as a main lead for that Family Man series. Now almost three series happened. If you're thinking of a bigger role, anything more than that for him, it's impossible. It's a blessing in disguise for him. He gracefully accepted it, and OTT is today becoming much more bigger than your films. It is reaching your home, it is reaching your mobile, it is reaching your computer. It is as good as you enjoy the movie in the right spirits. Generally what happens, if I want to watch a movie in a theater or at home, the problem is I don't enjoy the movie. I always watch the movie from the actor's point of view. This has to be done like this. This has to be corrected like this. This should have been expressed like this. So I practically don't enjoy the movie. So I have to watch the movie again as a normal human being. Then I get the exact feel of it. So OTT is definitely a bigger platform than your movies. It has larger budgets, it has larger time duration, and you generally get registered very easily once you're popular on OTT.
Thank you for your answer, sir. Now we have some audience questions who are sitting in the seminar. So we have the first question from Joel, who is sitting on my left in the class, who is watching it right now. So he has asked this question: what are some breakthroughs in films and filmmaking that you have witnessed firsthand? Can you elaborate on any film that fascinates you till date, where you have seen a type of breakthrough and it was well received by the audiences?
Ah, yes. Earlier, when during our earlier shooting days, like you had to go through a particular location to shoot a movie. If you want to shoot in a very forest region, you have to go to a forest only and shoot. If you have to shoot in a mountainous region, you have to travel, stay there one day before the shoot, complete the shoot, and then you have to spend a lot of time in traveling, as well as at the location you need to spend a lot of time. Sometimes the weather will not support you, sometimes the timing of other actors will not support you. So it was a very big challenge. Finally, movie industry, when they came up with that green mat thing, it became a boon. So you stand in a particular location, and at your backdrop there can be a different location or an office setup, anything, and just pull up all the actors for that particular scene and get it done. That was the initial stage of a changeover in filmmaking. Second stage was the kind of lighting dynamics, especially if you're working in a Mani Ratnam movie or anything as such. Like he will make you get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and you have to be ready for the shoot. He says he wants that early morning light, or that darkness, or the dawn kind of a thing. He has to be perfect. Even today he shoots movies like that. Most of these movie shoot dates starts at 2 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning. Most of the big stars generally are hesitant to work in his movie or scared to work in his movie because of his commitment like this. But today the technology has come wherein afternoon at 1 o'clock, you can set up a lighting inside a room which will be as good as a dawn in the morning, a 2 o'clock a lighting in the morning. That kind of technology has come. So one more stage which has happened is through makeup and through the camera and the drone cameras. These are all an added advantage. When I started my movie, I had to deliver a single dialogue 4 times. One was a mid shot, one was a close up shot, one was a long shot, and one was a drone shot, kind of a thing. Okay. So you have to do actually 4 times the same dialogue. Now it does not happen like that. Now it is not like that. You just deliver the dialogue once. Four cameras capture you from different angles, including the drone camera, and your shot is completed with one take. That becomes so easy. The fourth development now recently which has happened is A.R. Rahman has come up with a studio which the Hollywood guys actually shoot for a space movie or a movie for a Titanic like thing. Do you think for Titanic did they venture into an ocean to shoot that movie? No, it was in a studio. It was created with AI generated images, and today with fake profiles coming up and other things, like your voice is required, that's all, and your face image is required, that's all. I can put a dialogue and I can make you speak what you want to speak. The people are using Donald Trump talking something different than what he actually spoke by using all these fake methods, but use it in a positive way. What I'm trying to say is, for use it for movie is for pleasure, movie is to convey a message. So this technology which AR Rahman has now is the biggest breakthrough which has happened, wherein you can shoot at live locations from space or deep inside the ocean or something where you can't reach practically. So that kind of backgrounds, that kind of scenarios you can create. This is a biggest breakthrough which has happened in the industry now, and connecting to the box offices is a milestone now. Like people easily can connect to worldwide audience very easily now.
Yes, sir. The last final question is asked by Jeshta sitting at the back. So he has said that is there any actor or actress that you have been inspired from any particular film industry, and if you could specify the name of the actors or directors you aspire to work with as part of your bucket list.
Oh, I mean, this is always a difficult question. It happens to me in the press meet also. You name a particular actor or you name a particular director, people brand you with so many. This is a complex thing, difficult thing to answer in the film industry. You can't fix your admiration to a particular actor, a particular director. Very you might be thinking, oh, this guy is actually giving a very vague answer. It's not the case. A practical answer it is. You have to be. For me, today an actor is inspired. Next day, I watch a different movie. Again, another actor is inspired, and you keep chasing. It's like a dream for you. I've worked with famous directors like Sunil Kumar Desai in Canada, who is actually a very shrewd director. But the way he interacted with me, looking at my passion, was a wonderful experience. Everybody, if you read about a director on the net, or if you hear out from any of the closest sources in the industry, they will brand that Sunil Kumar Desai is the most toughest director. Even Sudeep will say that. Sudeep was shit scared to work in Sunil Kumar Desai's movie because he used to be very strict on the sets. If it has, you can't expect the emotion from a particular guy, from an actor. So, come on, laugh now. Come on, cry now. You cannot actually do that. You need to get into that emotion to execute it. So that kind of tough directors are also there. But the way Sunil Kumar Desai interacted with me during the shoot was so good. He gave me complete freedom. He said, "You apply your mind and you do it. I mean, normally you do something crazy. I know that. You try to do that." So my experience with him was something different. There's a crazy guy called Bala in Tamil film industry. He is like a very angry guy. He will shout at everybody on the set. He will go mad on the set. But he is a national award winner. What do? We need to catch up with him. Once you work in this movie, you climb the ladder in some other movie banners very easily. So that way there are there, and each day, what I'm in Canada, if you see earlier days, you like Rajkumar, then in the present days you like Sudeep's acting, and you actually like Ramesh Arvin's acting, and that's where you pick up the finer aspects when you want to deliver. And first and foremost important thing, if you want to be successful, you come out of that fear first. Fear of failure should not be there. That is an important lesson which everybody should understand. And if you look at other industries, there are top stars, who are really good at. Pavan Kalyan is there in Telugu. Chiranjeevi is there again in Telugu. Malayalam, you find a lot of new faces, who are very talented. And it's not only Momutti and Mohanlal. You have Fahad Fazil now, and other actors, who are breaking through so many things. So that's why, like if you stereotype yourself and try to copy somebody, try to get inspired by somebody, one individual, you are finished. You're not an actor. Every day you pick up something new from a new actor and you create something on your own, you become a better person.
Okay, as we wrap up today's seminar, I want to take a moment to thank our panel for their thoughtful questions. And of course, a huge thank you to our guest, Dr. Kingmoohan, for sharing his vast experience and unique insights that truly enriched this discussion. Navigating the complexities of working across different languages is no easy feat, but as we've heard today, it's also what makes this industry so vibrant and dynamic. I hope this session has inspired each and every one of you to appreciate and engage with the rich diversity of multilingual cinema. Thank you all for joining us.
Wonderful. Thank you all. It's
Thank you
been
so much, sir.
Thank you so much,
Thank
great
you,
sir.
sir. Thank you, sir.
to
Thank you
meet
for
the
this
Talk to you.
Christites.
Yeah.
Sure, sir, sure. Absolutely.